Graduation night was supposed to be one of the best nights of our lives. The end of high school. The beginning of something new. But for me and my friends, it marked something else entirely. The beginning of a nightmare we'll never forget. We were a group of 6: me, Ryan, Jess, Malik, Avery, and the always curious Ella. We decided to throw our own private graduation party at Avery's cabin out in the woods. No adults, no rules, just us, drinks, music, and a dumb idea we never should have gone through with. Ella was the one who brought it up. She was always into weird, creepy stuff. Ghost stories, haunted dolls, urban legends, you name it. That night, with a few drinks in our systems and the fire crackling, she said, "Wanna try summoning something? Just for fun." We all laughed it off at first. But curiosity is a powerful drug, especially when you're bored and surrounded by trees in the middle of nowhere. She pulled out a worn, yellowed page from her bag. "It's from a forum," she said. "Supposedly legit. If done right, we can summon something. It won't hurt us. It'll just show up. Maybe knock over a cup or make a candle flicker. Just harmless, freaky stuff." We should have said no. God, we should have said no. The ritual was simple: 6 people, 1 candle each, 1 drop of blood from every person into a single bowl of water, and 1 chant repeated 6 times. Easy, stupid, and fake, or so we thought. We gathered in a circle on the wooden floor of the cabin, turned off the lights, and lit our candles. The flames danced like they knew what was coming. We pricked our fingers and let our blood drip into the bowl. Jess looked queasy. Malik joked it was the grossest cocktail ever made. Then, together, we chanted. By flame and blood, we opened the door. Come to us now and nothing more. 6 times. The air changed immediately. It dropped cold and heavy like a pressure system had collapsed in the room. The flames dimmed, not flickered, dimmed. I felt my ears pop. Then, silence. Deafening silence. No wind. No bugs outside. Just nothing. Ryan whispered, "Did it work?" And that's when Avery's candle blew out. Not flickered. Blew out. She tried to relight it, but the lighter wouldn't work. Everyone else's candles started sputtering like they were choking. Malik's candle flipped off the table and shattered. Jess screamed. Then we heard it. A knock. 3 sharp knocks on the door. We froze. Nobody was expecting anyone. We hadn't told a soul we were there. Jess whispered, "Do we answer it?" No one moved. More knocking this time, not just from the door. From the back window. The kitchen. The attic above us. We broke the circle. Bad move. Avery ran to lock the back door. I went to the front, already locked. But then the cabin got darker, as if something sucked the light right out of our candles. One by one, the flames died. And in that darkness, we saw it. A figure. Tall, impossibly thin, like it had been stretched by something unnatural. Its head tilted, face obscured in shadows, but its eyes, oh God, its eyes were glowing. Red. Piercing. And locked on us. Malik threw a chair. It didn't move. Jess tried to run, but when she opened the front door, all she saw was blackness. Not the night. Nothingness. Like the world had vanished. The figure stepped closer. Every footstep echoed louder than anything I've ever heard. We backed up, shaking, crying, whispering prayers we hadn't said since we were kids. Ella, brave, foolish Ella, stepped forward and said, "We didn't mean it. It was a joke." The thing stopped. Then it smiled. Its mouth stretched far too wide. Teeth like needles. It whispered something in a language I couldn't understand, and then it disappeared. Gone. Just like that. We turned on the lights. They worked. The candles relit like nothing happened. It was as if the world reset. We were silent for the rest of the night. We didn't talk about it. Until 2 weeks later, Ella was found in her room, her eyes wide open, mouth stretched unnaturally, as if mirroring that thing's smile. No signs of a break-in. Just a note in her handwriting. I opened the door again. Malik stopped responding to texts. Just dropped out of college a month later. Ryan, well, he won't even say the word candle anymore. As for me, sometimes at exactly midnight I hear knocking. From inside the walls. If you're planning a party after graduation, keep the candles for the cake. And never, ever open doors you don't understand. It's been almost 2 years since that night, the night we played the ritual. The one where we lit candles, drew that strange circle, and thought it'd be fun to summon something for the vibes. We were kids. Drunk. Reckless. But something came through that night. And it never left. After the party, things weren't the same. Elena changed first. She stopped coming to our group chats. Her Instagram went dark. When I texted her, she responded once. "It's watching me." We thought she was joking. Then Brian, the one who started the ritual, went missing. The police said his car was found abandoned by the quarry. No signs of a struggle. No note. Just his phone on the driver's seat with one final video. A shaky recording of the woods. Trees. Heavy breathing. Then a glimpse of something inhuman in the shadows. They closed the case within a week. No foul play. Just another runaway. But we knew better. I tried to forget. I moved to a new city, started college, kept my head down. But at night, I'd wake up at exactly 3:12 a.m. every time, drenched in sweat. My room freezing. And always that feeling. Like something was standing at the edge of my bed. Last week, I got a message from Nina, one of the few who was there that night. "We need to talk. It's happening again." She sent her location back in her hometown. Against every ounce of common sense, I went. I owed her that much. The house was her grandmother's, out near the woods. I arrived just after sunset. Nina looked hollow, pale, like she hadn't slept in days. She had the same nightmares, the same 3:12 a.m. wake-ups. And something new. It's following me now. I see it in reflections. It's not just a shadow anymore. We talked for hours, going over everything from the ritual, the symbols, the words, the things we said like jokes. But nothing about that night had been a joke. Around midnight, she showed me her mirror. On the glass, scratched in like fingernails, was the same symbol we drew at the party. "I didn't do that," she whispered. "It just appeared." I reached for it, and the second my fingers touched the glass, the lights went out. Darkness swallowed the room. Then, the scratching started. Not on the mirror, on the walls. Something was inside the house with us. Nina grabbed my arm. "It's here. We need to end it." She led me down to the basement. It smelled of mildew and ash. In the center was the same chalk circle from our party, perfectly recreated, but neither of us had drawn it. Candles lined the edges, already lit. A whisper echoed through the room. No direction. No language I knew. "How's this happening?" I asked. Nina answered, trembling. "It never left the circle. We just left it open." We held hands and stepped into the circle. She began reciting the words she found in an old forum, supposedly a banishment. But her voice began to change, deeper. Not hers. She clutched her throat, eyes wide. A shadow was rising from the edge of the circle. I had to finish it. I shouted the words, line after line. My voice cracked, but I kept going. The candles flared, then blew out. Everything went silent. When the lights came back, Nina had collapsed. I dragged her upstairs. She was breathing barely, but something in her eyes was off. She smiled. Too wide. "Thank you," she whispered. "Now I'm free." That night, I drove home. I didn't stop. I didn't look in the mirror. I kept the lights on. I blocked Nina's number. But the next morning, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. One message. "You can't banish what you invited." Below it was a photo. Of me. Sleeping. From inside my room. I never replied. I deleted it. I moved again. But last night, at 3:12 a.m. I woke up. There were scratch marks on my wall. The exact same symbol. And now I know the truth. We didn't summon something that night. We unleashed it. And it's still looking for the rest of us.